Hello my friends, welcome back to Cafe Bagheri. Well, who doesn't love baklava? Yes, the Mediterranean, Greek, Italian, Turkish, Iranian, depends on who you ask. The delicacy of Europe and Middle East is very easy to make, super easy. But today we are going to find out what it tastes like in a brick oven. Let's find out together. I think that smoke and char should make it extra special when we come back. Okay guys, thanks for being back. Let's make baklava now. Now basically baklava is multiple sheets of phyllo dough with butter and repeated in stacks. Put in nuts, different kinds of ground nuts and sugar, and then you bake it in the oven. And then once it's out of the oven, you pour your syrup over it and it's ready to serve. There are versions that are made in muffin cups. Single serve. There you can roll it or you can stack it in sheets. The technique is all the same. Our recipe starts with the syrup that you put over the baklava. This is a uniquely Persian recipe because of cardamom and the rose water. And what makes it Cafe Bagheri special, of course, is a touch of ground saffron here and the wood fire flavor that comes from our special brick oven. So let's make some wood-fired baklava together, shall we? To make our syrup, we basically mix all the ingredients, sugar, honey, and the rest of it on medium-high heat and stir until it becomes a hot liquid. So now we add in water, salt, and orange juice to the sugar and honey mixture and keep stirring. So we're going to heat all of this while stirring until it reaches around 230 to 235 Fahrenheit. Then we push it off heat and add the rest of the ingredients, including cardamom, orange zest, our saffron, and the rest of it. So this is all going to be stirred. And of course, at this point, we push it off the heat. We don't want to be boiling this continuously. At this point, the sugar and everything else has mixed well. Then we run it through a sieve to get the solids out. You want a clear liquid, as you can see. Now this is our syrup at this point, and we're going to let it come to room temperature. Or if you're baking your baklava at a later date, you can put it in the refrigerator. Now here we're buttering our pan, and the phyllo sheets are going to be stacked in this pan. You open up the phyllo package and then lay it down one by one. These sheets are larger, they're twice the regular 9x13 size, so we fold them to get two sheets out of each. Of course, you don't have to have butter on every inch of every phyllo layer. It could be spotty, that's okay. Don't push down on the layer, just arrange it so that you have full coverage. Straighten it out, don't press on it everywhere. So keep applying butter. You want 10 sheets of phyllo down. For each layer. So 10 sheets of phyllo with butter in between each. after 8 or 10 sheets of phyllo dough, we put down a layer of the nut mixture, which is basically a mixture of your favorite nuts. Pistachio has to be in there if it's Persian baklava. You can, in order to have a juicy, tasty baklava, every 8 or 10 sheets of phyllo dough, after you put the nuts down, you drizzle it with some of your syrup, about 1.5 to 2 tablespoons of syrup. And then you repeat 8 to 10 more sheets of phyllo with butter in between. And once you have 30 to 40 layers of phyllo, it's time to cut your baklava. You can cut your in whatever shape you want. The traditional Persian and Turkish baklava is in diamond shapes, as you can see. Now our oven is pretty much ready. It's tipping the scale at about 600-700 in the center, but we will put the baklava somewhere in the opening where we're registering about 350. That would approximate the conventional home oven. Watch this. We're going to push the fire back. Come on forward. See? Then we brush the floor. It's a little messy there. And in this case, since we're not putting down pizza or bread, we don't even need to blow the ashes. Here it is. We got our baklava ready, cut up, and it's going in. Right about here. Yep. There it is. And I'm going to be turning it once every 5 minutes, 5 to 7 minutes. We'll see the results soon. Check this out. Although the temperature is same as the conventional oven, look at what it's doing already after 6 minutes. Isn't that beautiful? So I'm going to turn it yet one more time. So a wood-fired baklava is almost ready. We've been trying to keep it in an area where 350 degrees Fahrenheit was achieved. I think after 45-50 minutes, the smell is unbelievable. And we're going to bring it out, pour the baklava syrup over it, put it back in for 5 minutes, and then we'll be ready to serve after that. So here we are. Okay. This is our syrup. Are you ready? Come close. Can you hear it? And that's enough syrup. Look at that. See, I'm gonna tilt it a little so it will kind of penetrate everywhere. Now we're gonna go back in for 5 minutes. So the final 5 minutes are over with the syrup. Here you go. Check it out. Now we're gonna put the crunched up pistachios, which is the final piece that goes on the top. I can smell the rose water and the cardamom. That's what it is. It's the cardamom you're smelling that you were talking about. Take all the sexy shots. So guys, thanks for being with us today for the wood-fired baklava episode. When you weren't looking, I went and cooked some rolled baklava. I told you baklava can be sheets or rolled or cups. So I made some rolled baklava. This could be a future episode. I'll show you how to make this. Check this out. This is so good. So thanks for being with me today at the Cafe Bagheri. Please share this video with your friends and family on Facebook or wherever. And please subscribe to my YouTube channel so we can make sure you come back here often. And until I see you again, have a good one.